Good evening, all. Welcome to today's Cancer Healing Journey Talks. Myself, Annie Jose from Community Outreach Team of ZenOnco.io and Love Hills Cancer. Cancer Healing Journey Talks helps cancer survivors and caregivers to share their journey with vast number of survivors and caregivers who have traveled or been traveling through this journey. This can inspire and motivate them for their faster recovery as well. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Suzanne Moss. She is a writer, holistic healer, and she's also a 14-year breast cancer survivor and a Reiki master. So welcome to today's session, Suzanne. Over to you. Can you please start with your small introduction of yours?
Good morning. Yes, my name is Suzanne Moss. I was diagnosed in 2008, in June of 2008 with double breast cancer. I am a Reiki master. I received my certificate in 2005 from Lilydale, and I am ninth generation Usui. Like I said, in June of 2008, I was diagnosed with double breast cancer with invasion into the lymph nodes.
All right. So what was your first reaction when you realized that you are having cancer?
When I first realized I had it, I found when I discovered the lump, I felt like this little itch, and I scratched and I felt this lump, and my mother had cancer. My mother had breast cancer, and I just something triggered in me, said, oh no, this might be it. So I went to the doctor. I had a mammogram, and they did a biopsy. And then when I went back and they told me that, yes, it was cancer, my reaction was, I kind of already knew in my mind that I did. So I was really prepared for that answer. So after he gave me that answer, I had already made up in my mind that I was not going to do any conventional healing the way that they wanted me to do. I just please asked to be excused because he was telling me all the next steps that he was going to be taking. So I just kind of left the doctor's office at that point. I went out to the car, and it was a beautiful day. And I was just like, well, I'm not afraid to die, but I am not ready to die. So fortunately, I had a friend whose father had dealt with cancer. He was an amazing man. He helped me do a lot of research into a lot of cures around the country. And that's how I started my journey holistically with the herbs and the other treatments besides just the Reiki.
So how did your family took the news?
My family was very upset, especially very upset that I decided to go holistically instead of just listening to what the doctors had to say. And a lot of my friends and relatives actually didn't know how to react around me. I found it seemed like at that point I felt very alone, like I was fighting my own battle.
All right. So, most of the doctors definitely won't be preferring that you are going to do a holistic cancer treatment. So, what was their response when you said that
they were angry? They were angry with me. They argued with me. A lot of doctors even refused to see me after that. So I ended up just going back to a family practitioner that I had known my whole life, just to have a doctor, for a common cold. So that's how the doctors took it. They didn't want to talk about it. And that was way back in 2008. But now doctors are coming around, and they actually, some of them are actually wanting to know what I did, which is amazing, and I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, right. So who was your support system throughout the cancer journey?
Well, mainly my father and a few close friends. And I have a great group of friends that are in the Reiki community. They were my support system. I didn't belong to any cancer support group or anything like that.
So did you make any lifestyle changes during or after the treatment?
Mostly I can say my lifestyle change. I really didn't get into changing the healthier eating or things like that. But my attitude changed tremendously. I mean, every day is a new day. Every day is to start over, and it's a chance to forgive and to spread more love and as much as you can, because, you know, time is short and you don't know how long you have. And when doctors put a time limit on your life, that is just wrong. Because in the very beginning, they told me that I wouldn't make it very long past not even a year and a half. And it'll be 14 years in June 9th this year.
Right. So do you think cancer has changed you in a positive way?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can get up and I smile every day, you know, and when I do get down, I know it's not going to last very long. So I just try and start counting my blessings and appreciate what I do have. It just keeps me going and believing that I am going to make it, because I do believe that. And I never let that waver, that everything is going to be all right.
So what will be your message to the survivors and caregivers out there?
Never stop believing in yourself. Never stop believing in your treatment. Always, always, always remember that you are going to be fine, because you can't let doubt creep in, and because that'll just create havoc with your emotions, and you don't want that. You try to stay stress-free and just keep believing. I mean, I went on so far as to get, where did it go? My tattoo. You see that? Can you see the believe?
Yeah.
I look at that every day, you know, and I've got it on my arm, and I just believe every day that it's going to be fine.
Indeed, wonderful. So, Suzanne, so there are various types of stigmas all around the world regarding different types of cancers. So, what do you think about all these stigmas, and how much do you think is the importance of awareness to the public?
I think that there's a lot of awareness brought to the public. I don't know how much they listen. I don't know about other countries, but we have the pink ribbons here. You know, everybody supports, you know, they say they support the cancer, but the awareness, people are aware, but they're still afraid. I think they're afraid of what they don't understand. I'm not really quite sure how to answer that question.
That's all right. So because people are like, especially in developing countries, so people are really very concerned when they have to talk about cancer. So they are still hiding it, and they don't want to disclose that they are having cancer. So I think it's mostly the lack of awareness. So people are not so open about it. They are still very afraid about the disease called cancer. So that's what I was asking.
It is a scary word. It's a scary word, and people are afraid of it.
Right. Then how do you think the people can come out of it?
I think the people that have it have to accept it and embrace it and learn from it. I mean, people that don't have it obviously don't understand, and it's hard for them, I think, to connect to the person that does have it, because I know personally that they don't know what to say. They don't know how to act around you. And all I would say to them is just keep treating them as your friend. You're not going to catch it. You know, be their support system. Be there for them. Don't assume that they're just okay by themselves. Be around. Be their friend. Love them.
Very true. Yeah, so one last question, Suzanne. So if you have to sum up your journey in one sentence, what would that be?
The one sentence of summing up my journey. It has made me a stronger person, and it made my belief stronger, knowing that if you do believe, you will make it. If you don't believe that you're going to make that basketball shot before you make it, you're never going to make it. So if you make sure that you're going to believe that you're going to make that shot, you're going to swish it right through the net. That's my belief.
Right. That's great.
So keep on believing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thank you so much, Suzanne, for the wonderful session. So I'm sure that this session will be really motivating people out there who is currently going through the journey or who have been through the journey. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne.